What's up everybody, Tweech here, and welcome back to another how-to Demon Souls video. In this episode, I'll be covering the top 5 tips on how to get good at Demon Souls. Stick around to the end for a bonus tip that works for all character types. Now, let's get to it. Tip number 5. Understand equipment burden. In Demon Souls, your ability to quickly roll away from danger is highly dependent on your equipment weight. There are only 2 types of rolls in this game, quick roll and fat roll. When your equipment burden exceeds 50%, you will fat roll, which means you'll be slow to get out of the way and you are easier to hit. You can also increase your burden by leveling up your endurance stat or equipping the Ring of Great Strength. Tip number 4. Get good at Backstabs. If this is your first time playing Demon Souls, make sure to play through that tutorial area. This is where you begin to hone your skills and get a good feel for the game. The backstab is best performed when you block an enemy attack with your shield and move around them. You could also anticipate an attack and quickly move behind to perform this backstab. These are highly damaging strikes within the game that will take some time to master. Best part about them, other than the massive amounts of damage, is that you have hyper armor when performing them. This means that you can't take damage when you're in the animation. Also remember, you can't die in the tutorial area except when facing the boss, so make sure to save up all your grass, take your time to learn this vital mechanic. Tip number 3. Get good at parry. This mechanic is useful in PvE and super important in PvP, especially when you have your enemy swinging their weapon at you violently. By deflecting using a shield, dagger, or other parry-capable weapon, you can place your attacker in a vulnerable state to riposte, which will deliver critical high damage. You must time your parry on the downswing of the attack, and if timed just right, you'll break their posture and they will stagger. That is when you take advantage and attack. You will again have hyper armor during this animation, so it can be beneficial when being attacked by multiple enemies. Tip number 2. Pick at least 2 main weapons. I highly recommend selecting 2 weapons for each build, a boss soul type weapon or unique weapon, along with selecting a backup. An example of this would be using a unique weapon like the Great Sword of Moonlight, which is super strong but slow, and having a blessed Night Sword, which swings much faster, can stagger your opponent and scales with your Faith stat. I also use a 3rd weapon with my Faith build, the blessed Mirrodin Hammer, which does a ton of damage and stun locks enemies. In PvP, this is needed even more to throw your enemy off guard with different weapon swaps. Time for the bonus tip. I recommend to have a bow with all builds, even mages. Using the most basic bow does not require high stats, but it will be extremely helpful when pulling enemies one at a time or killing an enemy that is outside of magic range. The Reaper in World 4.2 comes to mind, where you can farm souls for days by standing near the doorway and sniping him using arrows. As a mage, this is extremely helpful since you will be quite squishy and can die in the matter of moments. And now for the number 1 tip of how to get good at Demon Souls. Pick a character build path. Many of these tips led up to this one, but this is most crucial if you want to get good at Demon Souls. Build paths are normally focused on 3 to 4 stats, weapons, miracles, or magic you want to use. Starting classes aren't all that important, but should be considered when selecting a type of build. An example is Faith build. Starting as a Temple Knight starts you off with high Faith, Vitality, and Endurance, along with giving you a miracle to use right at the start. Focus stat development on making your build stronger, such as putting souls in Faith, Vitality, Endurance, and Intelligence, will make your character much stronger and your playthrough much more enjoyable. Save your boss souls for weapon creation, colorless souls for unique weapon upgrades, but make sure to use all those other souls for stat growth or to purchase much needed items. Keep in mind there are soft caps for certain stats, such as endurance and strength, where the higher you go, the less return on investment occurs. For more on how to get good, check out the other How to Demon Souls videos and check out my 100% walkthrough of the game that details every aspect from start to finish, including obtaining all the trophies and ceramic coins for the Penetrator armor set. Alright, that's it for this Get Good guide. I hope you enjoyed the video and took away some helpful tips to use in your Demon Souls journey. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can get more of this type of content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next How to Demon Souls video.